Welcome to my indoor greenhouse. Isn't it pretty cool? But in this video, it is all about humidity. Why do our plants need humidity? How to maintain the humidity throughout the entire wintertime. And also, we're gonna be testing a few methods that you probably would have heard by now about how to maintain humidity. Does it work? Does it not work? Let's go. What's going on, my plant peoples? I am the ADHD gardener, where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a form of mental health therapy. And it's all about humidity today. Plants and humidity. Have you ever noticed that your plants do a lot better in the middle of the summertime where it's the most humid? Yeah, apparently plants really love a lot of humidity. And that's also because the plants use that humidity and to help aid in photosynthesis. Let's take a trip down to plant biology and talk about photosynthesis. Now, the plants use the sunlight and the process of photosynthesis to convert the sunlight into energy that the plants use. Fun fact about humidity is that the fact that humidity is actually used also in the aid of photosynthesis. Now, if you look at the bottom of your leaves, now it's gonna be very hard to see. You probably most likely are gonna be able to see it through a microscope. But if you look through a microscope, you're gonna see little openings on the bottom of your leaves. That's essentially how your leaves breathe. I know it goes into a lot more detail when it comes through carbon dioxide exchange and all that. But for now, what happens is if your plant does not have enough humidity at all, those little microscopic openings, the stomatas, will close back up. The plant wants to retain as much moisture as it already has. So those little openings, microscopic openings, will close up and hold on to that water. And eventually, that plant will die because it needs the humidity to keep, producing its greenness, its lusciousness. Just think of it. Remember, every time in the wintertime, aren't we dry and ashy? I mean, come on, us melanated people, we ashy. We get real dry. And that means we're gonna need some moisture, and we're gonna have to introduce more moisture into our skin. That's the same concept for the plants. Our skin is just pleading and asking us for moisture. Can you just imagine our plants? They could use some moisture too. So that is the whole point of humidity. Alrighty, now that we know that our plants really need humidity throughout the entire wintertime, how in the world are we gonna maintain it? Now that is where the testing comes into play. All right, I'm making my predictions. All right, while making my predictions, let me know down in the comments below, what are your predictions for these 3 methods? Now, if you've been on Facebook houseplant groups or some plant communities in general, then you've probably heard a few methods being talked about when it comes to maintaining humidity. Now, I am super skeptical about those methods. I know for a fact that one of them has to work, but the other 2, I'm not really convinced. So that is where we're gonna be testing out these humidity levels. Now, I have 3 tests that I'm gonna be testing out. One of them is gonna be good old misting. Oh, mist your plants, it's gonna work so good. It's gonna keep and maintain that humidity level. No, it's not. With a spray bottle. Oh my gosh. The other one is gonna be the Pebble method, where you keep a dish with pebbles underneath it. Oh God, that is not going to work. And the other one is just a straight up humidifier, inside of a tent and outside of a tent. Let's see which one works. I got right here, I ordered this from Amazon. I will drop a link down in the description below so you can go check it out. But this was a 2-pack. Now, the beauty about this one, which I love so much, is that it gives you the temperature of, just a regular environment, and it gives you the humidity level in percentages, and it's a digital, so it's pretty darn accurate. That's what I love, and that is what I'm gonna be using. I have a bunch of veggies growing downstairs. Of course, I got a few houseplants mixed around with it, but I'm growing tomatoes. Now, normally, of course, ideally, tomatoes would love more humidity, but right now I'm only rocking like 49%. I'm not feeling it, it's pretty low. But so far, that's the bare minimum. Now, if you're going bare minimum of humidity, you're talking like 45, 40, but your plants are gonna be struggling. Now, the first test we're gonna be doing is misting. Now, all I'm using is just a regular standard spray bottle. I also have a high-powered spray bottle, whichever, it doesn't really matter. Point is, we're gonna be misting our plants. Now, let me know down in the comments below, do you really think that misting your plants will actually raise the humidity level? And if so, how long do you think it's gonna last? Because I don't think it's gonna last very long. All right, let's test this humidity in this room. And this, not good. Notice that it says dry at 46%. Oh man, we're not even in full bloom winter time yet. So I'm trying to get to like 60%. Spray, right? Supposedly that works. All right, look at that. It went up 1 number, 1%. That was it. Okay, look, notice it says 54%. Now, it did raise a little bit, but now the question is, will it stay like that? And for how long? Okay, 56%. How long will it stay like that though? We shall find out. And that was just misting. I mean, this was misting, but 60%. Okay, not terrible. I just misted my plants. I'm gonna let that go, see how long it takes before the humidity drops. Meanwhile, we're gonna be working on the next one, or the third one. I don't really know. I'm getting all mixed up, but it's humidifier. The good old-fashioned, tried and true humidifier. We all know that that sucker is going to work. We're inside. Now, I do not have the humidifier in here, but it is enclosed, so we shall see what it is in here. Okay, not terrible. Not exactly the number that I was looking for, though. So it's not great, but it's not bad. All right, so now we can check and see what it will do. Oh, no, 57. All right, so are you going to get out? Come on, Holmes. Shoot. All right, let's see. Oh, 61%, we're getting there. Now remember, we're not in full-blown winter, so this number will drop depending on how cold it is outside. That is why we're going to be doing this indoor greenhouse. We're going to be mimicking the jungle. 62%. Now this may take a while to climb. I did put the humidifier at its lowest setting, so this could take some time to accumulate all that humidity. 62% though is not bad. What does it say? Okay. I want it to be happy, super happy. Oh, Ramen, I need you to get out of here, bro. I need you to get out of here. Oh, stop being so cute. So let's jack this up and make it super high. Look at that. Woo, that's at full force. Okay, 69%, but that is only because I think that is just way too close. So let's move this. Let's move this, for example, at the far end of the greenhouse. Let's put it right here and let's see what happens. All right, 73. It's 74 degrees in this greenhouse and 70% humidity. Okay, look at it. It says wet. Oh, that sounds funny, but that's ideal. I want to reach 70% the entire time. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's full-blown humidity, 73%. All right, we're capping out. It's between 78 and 81 degrees. My visitor, you don't get comfortable in here. And this is only with one humidifier. Now imagine if I put two humidifiers in here in the middle of the winter time. Again, we're only in like, what is this? It's only like November 10th right now. The humidity level will also lower as soon as that humidifier is done. So once that runs out of water, this will drop back down to its original, 51%? Wait till it hits late December, early January, February. Oh man, that humidity is going to drop with just one. I have a feeling, but that's okay. That means you could just add a second humidifier, or you can just, continue spraying or misting throughout the day. The misting is not going to last like the humidifier will. But again, if you only have one humidifier, you're going to work with what you got.
A little later.
It just dropped one up. You saw it. It dropped by 1%. Does it help? Apparently it does. It really does help, but it's not long sustaining. As you can see, it is going right down right in front of your eyes. It does work, but it's only, it went down again. It only works as a temporary solution. This does not look like it's going to work out or maintain the humidity past 15 minutes. I mean, this is just my observation. Oh, you saw it went down already. And that was only like within, 2 minutes? This is what's going on now. I can only imagine how bad it's going to be for the winter time. Okay, well, it turns out that misting your plants does work, but it doesn't last. It's not long lasting. I mean, it probably lasted maybe about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes of passing, that humidity level just dropped right back down to where it was. So it wasn't long lasting at all. Now the next test is going to be the pebbles in a tray with water. God, I think that is the worst idea ever. You've heard everyone mention, you put pebbles in a dish of water and then it will maintain the humidity. Really? Is it gonna? Let's test it. I've heard so many people say, oh, just put a tray under your plant with pebbles and water and oh my goodness, it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work at all. I mean, honestly. Okay, you see that? Pebbles, water. You put your plant on top of it and let's see what happens. 49%. Is that pebbles and water really going to offer up any humidity? I predict absolutely nothing. And people say it works. I don't see it as working. The reason why people say that it would work is because as the water evaporates, the vapors come up underneath the plants and then, will provide some humidity. However, I personally don't think it's gonna do jack squat for this at all. You would have to have pebbles and water under every single plant. And if this is just a little bit of them, what if you have 50 plus plants? Are you really gonna have pebbles of water underneath every single one of them? That's not feasible. Let's see. This was highly uneventful. It raised 1% and that was literally it. Like, that was it. And the only reason why it says okay now is because it hit 50%. Wow. Am I disappointed? You betcha. As I predicted, that did not do anything. Didn't I say it? I called it that the pebbles and tray and water thing, it doesn't really work. I mean, the most you'll probably get is like, what, a 1% increase in your humidity level? That is not gonna do that. That's not gonna do anything. Now, maybe if you combine the pebble tray thing with the misting, then maybe you'll have a chance. But again, that pebble thing, man, it does not work. Again, this is just my observation, my testing. Let me know down in the comments below, yo, if you really think this is gonna work. You get a humidity level thing, digital, so you can have an accurate one, and also try that pebble thing. Tell me if it works. If you did enjoy this video and you want to show me some love, then don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, then consider subscribing. But I mean, I have to make a future announcement when it comes to my scheduling of videos because there's been a lot of different things in my life going on. When in doubt, you can always catch me on Facebook. I'm on there all the time. Also, you can catch me on Instagram. And also, I have a website, but also I'm not even going to mention Patreon because that's going to be changing too. As usual, guys, you and me both are going to be growing our happiness one plant at a time, one day at a time, and give your plants some humidity. They're going to love you for it. Until the next episode, you guys, peace and love.